Today's Sunday, still Sunday. It's 11/3, November 3rd, 2024. It's 10:09 p.m. The Forex market is open. It's in the Asian market right now, Asian time zone. Uh, after 12 o'clock, it's going to be European time, and then after that, it's going to be the U.S. market. Despite the fact that the Asian market is a bit slow, but it does move based on same type of information that occurs throughout the European market as well as the US market. Now, the volatility is lower, obviously, but it does move based on its geographic location of its issuance of these markets. And so I'm currently in a trade with all the luck has consolidated into the single trading account where in the past, over 250 platform challenges I failed. Now, this is the phase one part of the Funding Traders challenge. I currently need, right now, if I were to sell this, I would need about $177 in order to pass this phase one challenge. I managed to make this last week on a very lucky type of a situation here. I made two really big trades that recovered everything. One of them was 643. The other was 351 based on the EU. EU was doing really well, and the other one was UJ. Now these things can move significantly with a small amount of leverage. Small amount of risk. There could be an enormous amount of move that can occur. And that could either spell trouble or it could be a good thing. So currently, what I'm attempting to do is essentially maybe make about four trades. Okay, if I can make four trades, each of them with $50 gain, then I will be able to pass this, right? So if I can make four good trades, okay, this one being one of them, and this the second one, and third, and fourth one, then I will pass this challenge, and I can look forward to making another phase two challenge as well. So now here, what I'm thinking is that there is the front side and the back side when it comes to considering whether something is going to be in a bullish trend at this stage. So for the bullish trend, this is actually on the back side. Now this side, I'm thinking, because I don't know until hindsight, right? And so I'm thinking this is essentially the back side of it, whereas where it has dropped considerably throughout the day from since the opening from here. I mean, it started dropping here, all the way down. So hopefully I have staged it so that this is 25 bucks right there. So if it gets up to this point, it'll be about $50. And then if it somehow gets up here, it'll be about 125, maybe 150 altogether, with both of these two lots working together to yield some returns here. So I'm looking at this. This has some sort of correlation between the UJ and also the UC has slight correlation. If I look at the EG, EG is somewhat inversely correlated. Now, the EU is fairly inversely correlated to this for this Forex pair. So we'll see if I can get a little bit luckier, and then as soon as it goes above here, as you can see, if I look at this, anything can happen. Essentially anything can happen. But if it goes above these two little wicks over here, which is actually higher than this wick, which means that it is stating that it is essentially saying to the world that it actually has a higher high. And hopefully, as soon as it gets this, it doesn't drop and immediately knock me out of this trade. So we'll see. Okay, so I can change my mind at any time, so I'll knock that out. And maybe this thing might go up all the way here, which will make it about 50 bucks. I think that's what my anticipation is, that it's going to be a little more than 50 bucks when it gets there. So from here to here is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, which is essentially going to be about maybe maybe 60 or 70 bucks from this just with one lot. Okay, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Let's see if this thing gets about 16 more bucks, and I will. It's possible that I will be clicking on it to get out of the trade. Okay, so that's so 15 more, 15 more, and I'll be able to close out this trade. Had I had two lots, I would have already been. Oh, okay. So if I had two lots on there, I would already be at $100 right there. So 10,900 bucks. But if it gets up to this point, I'm anticipating that it's going to be about 75 bucks, I think, if it gets up to this point here. Why am I talking like a salesman? Because I had lots of good sleep. Anyway, so that's how it's going. So if it gets up maybe 5 or maybe 10 more bucks, I'll close it out and I'll look for another trade. It's possible it's going to keep continuing because this was resistance here. There should be another resistance here. Or I'll just move this guy up and to this point here. So if it sells me out, closes me out, that's good. But I'm going to slowly move the stop loss up until it gets to a point where, okay, that's the idea. Let's see if I can make some money off of this trade. Now I actually had a buy order here. That means I could essentially have added that much onto this trade, but I closed it just to reduce the amount of risk involved in this trade. So I have to make 4 good trades. This will be one of them if it reaches if it goes beyond 50 bucks right here. I'm hoping that it's going to be beyond 50 bucks. If it goes beyond 50 bucks and reaches this moving average, which is essentially 200-point moving average. If it moves above that, it also indicates that it is a bullish signal. If it moves above the averages. So here it's, oh yeah, see, I only made 32 bucks on there. I could have in total of making it. So yeah, that's okay. So now I'm gonna look for another trade, but this is indicating, which is inversely correlated, which means that it's going down, which means that the UJ should be going up, despite the fact that it took a side, despite the fact that it went down a little bit. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, maybe I'll just wait a little bit, and hopefully I can pass this challenge. But it was I could have sold it at about $18 ago. Oh well. Okay, so I'll look for another trade.